all upon the earth. And then it's the main point, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And I wanted to bring that up because you was talking about the division. The Lord is dividing Israel. He's dividing the wicked from the righteous. You know, the hopeful elect from the unhopeful elect. And, you know, he said, I will command. So this is going out now. You know, the Lord is making that separation now. And you can clearly see it's people that's indulged in this world, you know, that's living like the people in this world, that's caught up in the things of the world, and you got people that's actually starting to separate themselves. Yeah. It's a spiritual movement going on through the spirit of Tabi Al-Bashim Al-Shah.
Because the Lord he's making his elect holy, which holy means separate. And so he's sifting the holy nation, which is his separate nation. Even with that, there's more division and more separation that has to occur. Because he has his elect, and he's trying to let that elect rise up to the top, in which that's going on. And we're seeing controversy behind that as well. There's more and more scoffers making videos talking about the Hebrew Israelites, and that's making a separation. Okay, well, you can be on that side if you want to, but the truth of the matter is that America's going to be nuked soon, and you have to do everything you possibly can to get out of that. That's a separation right there.
He's also removing the wicked man that's supposed to be teachers. Removing the wicked man out of Israel to the point where they're claiming to not even be an Israelite. You know, that's another form of separation that's going on amongst our people. Because you got these off camps, and you got wicked teaching within the camps. That's going on, man. The Lord is getting rid of these people. You know, you can't be what is it? Wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, the Lord is he's exposing a lot of people.
That's right.
That's another separation that's going on.
Yeah, there's lots of sifting and separating that's going on because the Lord ultimately is trying to get to that pure Israel, which you already knows is there, but
and he shall separate them as one from another, as a shepherd divided the sheep from the goats.
Yeah, and that's what Hawashai is going to do.
I'm on 44
Separate
right now.
between the good and the evil. Separate between the elect and the non-elect. The hopeless. Separate the nations.
Yeah, I think we get it.
Israel's been scattered to all the nations, so he's got to separate his elect of that portion out as well. There's a lot of separation that is going on.
I got something real quick if you want.
Says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, with the goats on the left.
Yeah. Sheep on the right hand, that's the elect of Israel, the elect of Jacob. And then the goats on the left, that's the non-elect of Israel, but it's also going into Esau with his goat-filling hair. It's talked about in Genesis. And you also think of the goat, and it goes to, or at least in this world, goes into the devil, Satan as well. He's making that separation between the good and the evil, even within Israel and within all the nations, especially Jacob.
Says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was in hunger, and he gave me meat. I was thirsty, and he gave me drink. I was a stranger, and he took me in. Naked, and he clothed me. I was sick, and he visited me. I was in prison, and he came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, and as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Yeah, and with Yahushua's elect, he's knocking, and the man of the elect actually answers that door and continues with him through that. And so that's just showing there's still more division between the people.
I'll go into that. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Yeah, and the Egyptians in this case are the Americans. America goes by many names within the scriptures. There's Babylon, Syria, so on and so forth. But Egypt and Sodom as well. But Egypt for the captivity, but it's going into America because you've got Esau's also tied into Egypt as well. The judgments of Egypt. You see that at the end of Joel 3. But long story short, let's talk about Americans. So the Americans versus the Americans.
It says, they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom.
And Yahushua told us there's going to be wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And that's coming here in America. We're going to see race wars, nation against nation. We're going to see this kingdom divided against itself as well. Because you're also going to see Edomite versus Edomite, because they have a lot of division between them as well. And that's part of how they're going to be brought down. They pretty much just eat themselves and bring themselves all the way low with their technology and with their infighting. But all that division is going to eventually get physical. We're at the precipice of this all beginning. That's why people watching MAGA just kind of self-eat itself, self-destruct. Trump even turned against them. Recently, it was talking about them from trying to get those Epstein files out.
Elmo.
And they're not having it.
Elmo.
Huh?
Yeah. Elmo,
yeah.
Oh, but I do want to say, because you had mentioned like race wars, which I mean, of course, there's going to be racial, things that are going on. But I know Apostle Tahar said not necessarily race war. Remember he said that?
More like North and South.
Yeah, it's going to be more like that.
What type of American or like
Yeah.
the movie Civil War?
Yeah.
Not
necessarily like race war or anything of that nature. But of course, there's going to be like
There's gonna be
racial.
Yeah.
Things going on that will make someone move on somebody. Right. But like I said, it's gonna be like north-south type thing, and then what's your ideology?
Yeah.
What's your thought process with things? Because you got prime example. You got like Republicans, Democrats, and there may be a quote unquote black Republican and a white Republican that are 100% allied with one another during Jacob's trouble. It's just like, really, what's your fucking ideology?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that but it's not necessarily going to be a race war. In that video too, Apostle Tahar said, if there's a race war, Jake could get his fucking ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
Straight up.
He's still in his time of his blessing.
Right.
Which is the sword.
He still got his power. Jake could get washed. Because Jake is not spiritual right now. So, who's going to back him? Shit, Esau winning. If this was called a race war, right? Life itself was called a race war. Esau whooping our ass right now.
Yeah.
And they didn't even fucking take away Section 8. They're done.
All he has to do is raise the taxes.
Raise taxes. They're through. He's taking away SNAP and Medicaid and Medicare. It's cooked. Jake is done. Race war is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically, you want to call it a race war right now.
Yeah. They would say we fully lost. But
shit, we lost.
Bringing us back. standing us up.
We lost when we came on the good ship Jesus. We've been cooked.
Loses. The Lord's going to turn all that around. He's raising up his people. That's controversy. To bring a new day, a new world, a righteous world that without all this pollution and darkness that we're living. But yeah, going back to that division with the, so I see it on a social economic level as well. So you've got people actually realizing that the elite are the corrupt ones. And you've got people realizing that they've got to be taken out, which Yahweh Shai is going to do that, but people are starting to understand this, that it's at the top that is the problem of this whole earth. We're seeing it. We got some, any scriptures?
I got one.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth."
Yeah. This earth has been completely destroyed, and we're not even at the end of it, because there's nuclear war that's coming. That's really going to do it. But there's a judgment that comes for launching off these missiles. And it's, Esau that's done it. And so they're going to feel the complete wrath of what's coming for them, which is being taken out of power. You pushing that button is going to take all of you out of power completely. Put you in the bottom of the world, as in slavery, not hell, just in the bottom of the social system that's here on this earth. And things are going to be switched, but there's a lot to pay for with the destroying of the earth.
Can you reread that last precept?
This is Revelation 11 and 18. "And the nations were angry, thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged."
It says the time of the, bro, man, this judgment gonna be crazy. It says even the time of the dead should be judged. How is the dead gonna, they're coming back, man. They're gonna raise up. Even the time of the dead shall be judged. That goes dead, and as in these walking dead out here, and as in dead that physically died, and are gonna be resurrected in the same flesh and get judged again. We're in that time.
And even the time of the dead, some people might have just died and have to come right back. So they don't get any rest in the spiritual world at all. They don't get those 3 or 4 generations. They might have to come right back for judgment to occur.
Right, because like I say, like you think about it, like time is way faster in the spiritual world, so it's like they were just there for a second, they're coming right back to eat a missile. That's scary as shit. Ooh.
Yeah, and the scriptures also speak of giving birth to untimely monsters, with babies that are being born early. And the Lord's sending spirits back for judgment, because Judgment Day is here. It's right around the corner. Which is why we're talking about the controversy of Zion. It's why you're seeing the Israelites stand up. It's why you're seeing the small hatters being cast down, hauled out. We're at Judgment Day. Judgment Day is not.
Like I say, that's why I said the nations are angry. They're waking up to this devil.
Yeah. And you all worked with them. Psalms 83 came out earlier. We've all been confederate with them. And he's led you into a burning building, like we brought up with Mike King. He was regretting that he brought his people into a burning building. Well, Esau has brought all the other nations into a burning building. That building being the earth. It's about to burn up. And your position within it is about to be burned up as well. Because you're all going into punishment, into captivity. And that's what's been brought. Yeah.
This is Malachi chapter 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
The day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Think about ancient ovens. We have our oven now.
That shit sound like a scream.
Weird.
Real
Different. That's different.
Sound like a wraith off of the Lord of the Rings.
This is Malachi chapter 4 and 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
So this is Judgment Day. He's letting you know this one's going to burn up. It's going to be hot. The last one that came during Noah's time was with water, and this Judgment Day comes through fire. Story of George R.R. Martin had a story of ice and fire. He got that from the Lord. The Lord's got this story of water and fire.
Cleaning agents.
Cleaning agents, yeah. Water cleaned up the earth at that time. The earth's even more defiled to where it actually is going to need deep cleansing with fire. Heat. Purification. Everything is to follow. We just went through that earlier. We're just defiled and this fire is going to come as a cleaning agent.
Nuclear.
Oh no, that's the second you mentioned plastic. I don't think plastic. That's not gonna. That can't be broken down naturally. So like, nuclear fire is gonna have to like melt all those elements. You know.
Yeah.
The chemtrails, all that.
Even the ocean probably have to get boiled.
Yeah.
Probably have to boil because there's just so much pollutants in it.
I bet the ocean, like once everything settles, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna take hundreds of thousands of years for that nuclear.
I see what you did there.
You know, stuff to go away. I bet the ocean's gonna be like crystal clear. Like you can, from every part, the whole ocean is gonna be transparent. You see the fishes.
It's gonna be like waters around Cuba,
Because it's not touched like that.
like waters around island of Puerto Rico. Waters clear, blue, clean,
Yeah.
white sand. So you see here in Babylon the Great, Esau, what he does, he dumps sewage waste into the ocean. He dumps toxic chemicals into the earth, man.
Then you go to Miami thinking you having a vacation. No, nigga, you swimming in piss.
Yeah.
Like
drugs. Piss and drugs.
Yeah, there's a flesh-eating bacteria that killed already 5 people in Florida. Yeah,
That's wild.
because I did a lesson on it this morning. It's because of the sewage water mixing with salt water. And that bacteria, you know what I'm saying? It's breeding. You know what I mean? If you go in there when you got a cut in your arm or something, shit get infected. But hey, that's judgment though.
Yeah.
But this just goes to show how dirty Babylon is.
Yeah.
Because you said the oceans might have to boil. Well, this is going into Leviathan. You know, well, I'm gonna just get it. This is Job 41 and verse 31. It says, "He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment." That's talking about Leviathan.
That's a dad
Like he
joke.
can heat up his body to the point the whole water around him boils. You know.
It's gonna be like that movie, like Godzilla.
Godzilla, that was
Yeah.
When he start to heat up,
It started.
the water start boiling.
He's like a nuclear generator.
Yeah. Straight power from the Lord, man.
Dang. Godzilla was too. Because he like came from nukes or something. From
Yeah.
the old ones.
He
Yeah.
feeds off radiation.
Yeah. You know they were thinking Leviathan.
Oh, 100%.
When they created that. There's no way.
100%.
But yeah, this earth needs to be cleansed. And fires, it's going to be used to do it. When you brought up how all these years it's going to take for it to cleanse, I'm always wondering how long we're going to be up there in the ships. To where it's like, do you think people will start coming out and trying to clean up themselves and trying to get a whole new world coming? And then New Jerusalem comes down to stop all of that, you gotta wonder, especially considering the elect will be immortals at that time, so time's not really gonna be the same.
Not to mention that the fallout from the radiation ain't gonna bother the elect.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna be immortals at that point. Nothing. We're gonna be flying around, gathering these fucking devils up to clean up their fucking mess.
Yeah. Actually, it couldn't be that long considering we've got to assign them to clean up bodies.
That's immediate employment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They immediately got tested. There's no fucking time off for these niggas. They don't get a break in between having their kingdom destroyed and having to go into slavery. That's fucking immediate.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Niggas are going straight into captivity.
We didn't have a fucking break.
Yeah.
We didn't get right. The devil didn't give us enough.
That's right.
Mercy to be like, all right, we gonna give y'all a week off before we put y'all in captivity.
Yeah.
Ain't no paradise for y'all niggas, man. After that 1,000 years, this gonna be a long 1,000 years of captivity for you devils, man.
Right.
Yeah.
For the shit you do to the earth, for the shit you do to the people, for the shit you do to the children of Israel, man. That alone is your tell you, man. Just for that alone. Imagine the extra stuff that's gonna come for the other things you've done on earth. Can't wait.
They deserve every drop of that indignation that they got to drink.
Every drop of that cup. And it's coming.
It's
You know it's coming. I see how y'all act. It's what you're saying on the internet. You know it's coming. You know people see that you're not even white anymore. People know that. There's y'all see that? It's all viral this week about the CEO from Astronomer and they're at that Coldplay concert.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah, he's like hugging up on the HR girl.
Yep.
In which, if she's not married, there's nothing wrong with that. But they see a man with another woman, they got to demonize that. If she is married, they both need to be put to death. That's that. But anyway, in that video, they're red as hell. They look extremely red in that video.
Yep.
And I saw within comments, like, why are they so red? Why are they red? I saw somebody said something about, why we call them white if they're that red? And you're like, people know, you're not. You're not white people. You're red people. You're very, very red. And people should be warned about you. It's just like a warning sign
I
or
was
a
just about to
yield
say.
sign.
You're
Made
red.
that color for a reason.
That goes all the way back to the Mark of Cain.
Yeah.
He's about to pull it.
Yes,
What's that, Genesis 4? Yeah, get it. Because that goes, like you're saying, people are starting to realize that Mark of Cain.
Yeah.
Like, this is that guy. Because red in this society is a sign of stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Danger.
Yeah, danger, high. You know what I'm saying? Yield. You know. Still, you know.
Yeah.
You still say yellow, because even though they're not, but it's a warm color. You turn red, you know, and your skin is transparent, it's translucent, so you see your little masculine fluid sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but
Genesis 4 and 13.
look at his ass. That's a fucking evil mic, man. You know, look at his ass. But
Genesis 4 and 13. And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
I feel bad for
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day.
so like you would say,
I said I feel bad for that dog. I'm telling you, what
Ain't
type
no
of molestations goes on between these devils and their dogs.
Yeah.
You know it's true because they white people, them dirty Edomites, they admit that shit.
they do.
I remember I had got a video taking I did a lesson on this lady. She was on camera saying that she jerks her dog off. What the fuck?
Sounds.
That was kind of normal in Esau's community back like in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's why in that what's that TV show? They show the devils living in
South Park showed that.
South Park. No, I'm talking about another one. Where they had these white people living in some type of cabin or some shit on It was like the medieval times or something. And they had fucking chickens, pigs, and horses in the house with them and shit. That's these devils, man. That's your natural habitat to be living like fucking animals, man.
Beast.
It's written in the book of Job, man.
Beast of the field.
Sounding like Chewbacca and shit coming down out of the fucking woods and shit.
They wonder who Bigfoot is. The nigga's you. We found him.
All right.
You nigga.
Genesis chapter 4 and 13, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Verse 14.
That sounds like a victimizing bitch. And every time we encounter Esau in the script, he's always trying to play the fucking victim.
Yeah. This is more than I can bear. What about your brother that you just murdered? You just murdered him. You're like, oh, I can't take this. This punishment is too great for what? You just murdered your brother for no reason. No reason.
Because
Except your feelings were hurt.
Yeah, you was jealous. You mad, bro.
You got rejected.
Mad, bro.
That's your lot, Esau. You're gonna be a rejected motherfucker, bro. Nobody likes you, including the Lord.
And you can still see these characteristics today with the descendants of Cain and Esau. Because Esau came back, or Cain is reincarnated as Esau. Because you see the original Cain and Abel, good and evil, it got reincarnated into Jacob and Esau. Split off. Descendants of them. And we still see the descendants that are in the land currently calling themselves the worst people. They're being victims about everything. They're always the victim.
Y'all are Cain.
You're Cain. Yeah.
You're Cain. And like, and it's a spirit, like you said, it broke off. Abel reincarnated as who? Seth. All right? Which the word Seth, or the name Seth, is recompense. All right? Meaning it's paid back. Adam and Eve were paid back with a son. Okay? And what's going to happen with the Israelites?
Big payback.
Ultimately, it's the ransom, all right, or the return, the bringing, which is bought back, but it's a synonym, all right. And really, actually, no, it is a recompense. Yahweh Shai is getting back what was rightfully his. You know, so it's the reason why Abel came back in incarnation as Seth. You know, and then of course, like you said, it split. Yeah, but this is all the market came. You can finish it, bro. I'm talking.
Verse 14, it says, behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid.
Yeah. And you can imagine when this first happened to Cain, how he had to try to adapt to the earth. First driven out from the face of the earth, his melanin was taken away. His protection on this earth was taken away. His protection from the sun. And it literally drove them away. You see the Edomites in their other times, they always stay in these cave-like areas. So you've got Esau and Petra and Mount Seir, these cave-like areas. And then we also know that during the Dark Ages, they sequestered into the Caucasus and then to different cave areas because they're driven out from the earth. And now they're here and they're kind of thriving, but they make the environment to where they can actually try to stay in it. So they've got sunscreen and sunglasses, these high buildings that give shade and everything everywhere. But they're truly driven away from the earth, and even growing things, letting the earth bring up its abundance. It's all cut off from it. That's why we have all these GMOs, all this pollution going back to the destroying and the polluting of the earth.
It says, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
Yep. Yeah, they've been on the run. But now it's coming to where this mark that they'd actually turned it around. Just remember, they're Satan, the children of Satan. at first. So they actually were able to change the thought of the earth to where it's a good thing to lack melanin, to lack pigmentation in your skin. They've made it a good thing, but it's turning into a terrible thing. It's turning into an identifier of who the wicked is. And that's what people are saying it. You're hearing it. Oh, there's white people this. Soon they're going to be saying this Edomites this Edomites that. Because the word's got a controversy. You got something, Joshua?
Yeah, I just had that word, vagabond is nawad, which means to wander to and fro, which we can link that up with Habakkuk verse 2 and 5. He stays not at home. You know, it shows who he is.
Well, let's say that. Let's get that definition, right? It says what? It says a wanderer to and fro. Whose characteristic is that?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Satan, so
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You're Satan. You're the children of Satan.
Wandering to and fro.
Going to and fro.
Yeah,
Covet
it's beautiful.
fields and take them by followers. And houses and take them away. So you go take people's land, their resources, you take their name. And that's being discovered nowadays as well with calling out of the small house. That's being shown.
Right.
Even Europeans, you're not the original Europeans. Those are the Japhetic people. You're not Japhetic. I know you want to pretend you are, but you're not. You're not the Egyptians as well. You try to pretend like you're the Egyptians. Yeah, you got in there at a certain time. And really, a lot of this goes back to Alexander getting in there.
Yep.
Because they got in, started calling themselves the Greeks, started calling themselves the Egyptians, started calling themselves the Europeans.
Cleopatra and shit.
Yeah, none of these things. You are the children of Satan. You are the evil, the wicked ones. You're the wicked.
You don't even
of the
want to be
Bible.
who you are.
Yeah.
That's why you try to run so much. You don't even want to be who you are. Shit. Who wants to be like you? You're cooked. No body spirit resonates. Right? Y'all niggas is lame, bro. No spirits resonate with y'all.
And a while back, probably about 10 years ago, they tried to do a recreation of what Cleopatra looked like. So it was, what they came up with, it was like a white Edomite woman with Hamite features. It's like, that don't even look like a real person.
Right. Cleopatra looked like fucking Princess Leia off of Star Wars, nigga. Okay? That's what she looked like. Cut the malarkey.
Yeah.
Bitch was looking like Katy Perry. Alright? With some fucking Egyptian cloth. To be real. That's what Cleopatra looked like. Because they were all set up in there. When you want the brief history, you know, shit, like you said, the Grecians. Coming up, Alexander coming over with the city of Alexandria.
Yeah.
With the library. And you fast forward to the Romans. Like Scipio skipping his ass over
Yeah.
and renaming fucking
Africa and Asia.
Africa and Asia. Because he was that Second Punic War?
Yeah.
You know,
Where he beat Hannibal.
Hannibal. And the final battle was in the Battle of Zuma in northern Africa. And he destroyed Carthage. Right? Because that's what it was called. But,
And they polluted the earth there. They soaked the soil with salt so that nothing else could be grown.
Like,
Damn.
come on, man. And then renamed it Africa. Right?
Yeah.
Because the word Afri it means you're right. It means the land of hot. It's fucking hot as shit over there. You know, but he renamed it. I know people say, oh, he named it us. Scipio earned that name, Africanus. When he took over Africa, renamed it, you know, land of the hot. When you look it up in the Greek, so even the country of Africa is not the original name of that fucking continent, man. Edomites fucking named that shit. Why isn't Africa named some fucking, you know, blah 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 blah? Yeah, whatever the fucking language is? Why isn't it named that? Why is it some Greek shit?
It's because of the fucking white people. Yeah. And this is, it's so much confusion that you've laid within this earth for so long because you don't want to be who you are. You don't want to be who you are, so you're like, nah, let's take over Ham. Be Ham for a bit. Your biggest thing you've taken over that you push and you love is from Elon. You took that symbol of the sun that they have there. I forget what it's called, but it's a sun symbol. You just turned it around, and during World War II, you guys pushed that all around. Your the swaths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
The peace symbol.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. That swastika symbol. It's the sun symbol, and you turn it around, you push that. Now you say you're the Aryans. No, it's Elon. Those are the East Indians. That's who that is. You're everywhere, and you're trying to dip into everybody's blessings, but really not even blessings, just who they are, so you can hide yourself. But you're not going to be able to hide yourself for very much longer.
Right.
You're being revealed.
That's
day
right.
after day, being revealed.
Yeah, I got it. This is Isaiah 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, the Lord is bringing it down. Start with the apostles and elders, the great millstone. The Lord is showing the truth of who's who within the scriptures, which you shouldn't be speaking about the Bible if you don't know who's who within it. You're just going to spread confusion.
Right.
But the Lord is showing who's who and who lines up with prophecy and this veil that has been cast over all nations. You've done that through renaming the countries, through renaming the nations, through the readjustment of understanding of what's what and who's who. You've been able to go under this veil of being white, but it's turning out to be a sign showing who you are. Yeah. That you are the wicked.
Hey, the scripture say talks about us in the place where it was said that you are not my people. You should be called the sons of the living power. When that time comes, what do you think they're gonna call these devils? They're gonna call them the devil. They're gonna call them Esau.
Right. Because there has to be an opposite.
Right.
Because it's 100% balance. Like you said, what now we're being called it Yashar right. So okay, if we are that, then who the fuck is doing this to us?
Right.
Yeah.
Now we gotta call you out. You know? And we should call you out. Now we gotta call all these other nations out. Because everybody gotta come back to who they are.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta have their place in this theatrical setting that's going on. You gotta play your role.
Yeah. And it's happening. You know, or Ishmael's known that he's Ishmael. They know. Some of these East Indians know that they're Edomites. Some Africans know that they're Hamites. But it's coming up to the surface. It's mostly the ones who've had color put over them. Like Moab's been called yellow. But no, you're Moab. And we're starting to understand and see that you are Moab. Right. Edom's been called white. No, you're red. Just as red as that CEO and his HR side piece.
Oh, and she is married with 3 kids.
Oh, yeah. You guys are wicked. You need to be put to death. You deserve what's happening. I didn't know that. I was wondering about that. If she's married
with
or
3
not.
kids.
Yeah.
It don't matter. But, you know.
Judgment. They're being judged right now. They're in front of the world. He had to step down from his CEO position. And she should never be able to get a job in HR again because she's supposed to be morally upright to be in HR. But all this stuff is being cast down. Yeah.
HR. She's getting hard Richard. Another dad joke.
3 kids, they CEO.
He's a fucking billionaire. Yeah,
Somebody else's boss.
Yeah.
You wanna get in that?
The officer I know just said if he's a CEO, he can get whatever he wants. He's a fucking billionaire. He's your CEO of a $1 billion company.
Yeah.
Probably a multi-billion dollar company. Well, you should be slaying whoever you fucking want. Okay? And then on top of that, it goes to show you how low Esau is. Nigga, you are there with a woman who's married with 3 kids, but in her fucking like 40s, damn near look like she was like in her 50s.
Yeah.
Boy, if you don't get you a goddamn nice little 21-year-old bitch at fucking Georgia Tech or some shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
You lame, bro.
If I can add to you, because you were talking about Esau. I did a simple research on why Esau population is basically low. Man, the AI overview gave a dumbass excuse for them, talking about them because they're wealthy and rich. Man, with all that money, you should be knocking down you should be knocking boots every fucking day. Yeah. You should be in your king-like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense. Because they the ones having all these abortions, man. They killing off their offspring.
Yeah, they having more abortions than the average Israelite on that side. But you got it.
Well, yeah. This veil's being cast down. We see that this is Esau Edom.
I got something for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna step down after this.
Isaiah,
About to close up? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Isaiah 47. You want me to start from the top?
Yeah.
Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah,
sit on the ground. There is no throne.
Sit in the dust in this low position that you're in, and in confusion, because wisdom has vanished from Timon. We're seeing some of the dumbest decisions being made, and then they have to get called back because they're dumb decisions. And this is in front of the world. The world is a stage, but we're having to see your dumb policies come back, particularly trying to kick out the Northern Kingdom, who actually keep your world and your economy afloat. Come down and sit in the dust, and your confusion and your social status dropping.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, and there's called her Virgin Babylon because it hasn't been touched by an enemy nation, but it will be touched. It's about to be touched. These nations are chomping at the bit. That's why they're forming BRICS. That's why they're forming all these alliances with each other, because of what they're about to do to America and to the West, to Israel, the land of Israel as well.
It says, verse 2, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Yeah, because you're being exposed. Today's camp is pretty much an exposure of Esau Edom. How you're not white, you're red, how you're not the European, you're the Edomite, how you're not the people of the Lord, you are the people that he hates. You're the people of the Lord's cursed to judgment, which is about to come. How you're about to be cast down, how you're not going to be empowered forever as you think inwardly. You're going down. Take the millstone and grind the mill. Being completely exposed, you guys.
I got it. Let's keep going. One more verse. Verse 3, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Yeah, all the sins that you've done since the time of Cain and Abel. This stuff is coming out. It's being seen, and it's a shame. It's a shame to be a small hatter, and everybody knows that you're not the real people, that you're just frauding as the Lord's people. That's a shame. And this also shows, with understanding that you're not the people, it also shows that you have no claim to the land, and that you shouldn't be there warring with everybody. You're just not supposed to be there. It shows you got no claim and no morals at all, because you're pretending to be another people. Yeah.
It says, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Yeah, because the Lord's coming as a spirit of judgment, a spirit of recompense, to judge you for everything that your nation has done as a nation. It's been going on for a very long time, but we're getting to the absolute end of it. We're being exposed, this veil has come down, and this controversy is heating up. This debate is heating up to where it really is going to be said, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that we are the sons of the living power. We're coming to that day. That's it.
Yeah, because you said he's being exposed. Something that can expose something is light. You know, if you go in the dark room, you'll expose it with light. This is Isaiah chapter 16, verse 1. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Right, so that darkness is going into that covering cast. You know, these people, they don't got the answers. They don't even know who they are. They don't know their own nationality. But that light has come onto us, and we're able to break it down. You're an Israelite, you're an Edomite, you're a Moabite. You know, we're able to break it down and make it clear through that light, you know, which is Yahweh Shai, you know?
Yeah. We've got to love this spiritual flashlight that's being turned on. The spiritual chandelier showing all the wickedness, these roaches everywhere. He's clearing it up. And it's going to turn the world, earth into a righteous place. But first, these things have to be exposed. It has to be brought to light of what has happened and what is happening, and then judgment has to come. So that light comes before the judgment. That light comes before the Israelites stand up. Because that light had to come for Ezekiel 37, the Valley of Dry Bones happening. And that light also has to shine onto the wicked to show that they are in a wrong place, that they shouldn't be in control, basically. To show that they're the wicked, that they are the darkness, even though they push their ways as light and brightness.
But this is the valley of the shadow of death. You know, in the valley, you have the sun doesn't reach the valley only at a certain time. It's, you know, it has more darkness than other parts of the earth.
Yeah.
And then it says the shadow. You know, so it's a covering. So yeah, it's no light shining on this place. Literally, even though we can see the sun, we can, you know, there's visible light. There's no light as far as the wisdom knowledge. It's all darkness.
Right. Had a precept? Any closing precepts?
I just had this one quick precept because, you know, we are shining that light here in that valley of shadow of death. This is Jeremiah 5:14. And this is how we shine that light. It says, wherefore thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. That's us exposing the wicked ones.
Yeah.
That's his truth.
Yeah, I love that too. They are a stubble before this word. There's really nothing they can say against it. They try to, but it's always all of the rebuttals are really out of ignorance. They either don't know, they hadn't seen this part to understand, or they're just wicked and they just don't want to understand because they want this world. They want the false light that's here, the wickedness of this place to actually be right. They want to continue in this darkness, but once the light's turned on, there's no more darkness. It can't hide. It can't exist with light. With light. Yeah, exactly. You can't turn the sun off. There's no little switch to make it stop. And once it's on, it's going to be on. The rebuttals are becoming weaker and weaker. The defense of the wicked is becoming weaker and weaker because more and more light is being shown. And it's going to be so much that they're not going to be able to to stop it. They're not going to be able to say that, yeah, we're these people. We still have a claim here. Yeah, we're still white people. When you can obviously see that they're red. There's not going to be anything else to say. So we got anything else? I think we're okay. All right. Yeah. So
I got a quick one.
yeah, let's go.
Just going into what, just to prove what you're saying, that now there's nothing that they can't do. Well, that's prophecy. This is Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail."
Yeah. So stand with all this confusion we put out. Stand with all these enchantments, this psychological manipulation that you hold onto the earth. Stand with it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to continue. But you're not going to be able to continue. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. We'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Kakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone. And shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.